We live in an age where our minds are constantly under siege. Every ping, every notification, every scroll is a small burst of dopamine. The truth is, your brain can only handle so much before it loses sensitivity. Suddenly, deep work feels impossible. Reading a book feels like climbing a mountain. You find yourself reaching for distractions without even realizing it. Bah, there's a way back. A way to reset your brain's natural reward system. It's called a dopamine detox. A deliberate process of cutting down overstimulation so your brain can regain its clarity, focus, and discipline. And if you commit for 21 days, you can rewire yourself to crave the things that truly matter. Let's break down exactly how to do it and why each step is essential. Dopamine is not happiness, it's anticipation. It's the chemical that motivates you to seek rewards. The problem in today's world is that our brains are bombarded with artificial spikes. Social media, junk food, endless entertainment, which leads to overstimulation. This constant high means normal life starts to feel dull. You no longer enjoy reading, working out, or having a quiet conversation because those things produce smaller dopamine hits compared to your digital devices. Understanding this is critical because without awareness, you can't change. You must recognize that a detox isn't about removing pleasure from life. It's about removing the overload so you can feel pleasure from natural, meaningful things again. In a way, you're not starving yourself. You're healing your brain. You're restoring balance so you can take joy in progress, not just in distractions. Knowledge becomes your first tool in reclaiming control. The brain needs time to adjust. A day or two of avoiding distractions might feel like a fresh start, but the wiring is still there, cool, waiting for the next hit. 21 days is long enough to break the habit loop and start forming new ones. And you must commit in full, not half measures. During this time, you'll remove unnecessary stimulation. No aimless scrolling, no junk media, no mindless binge watching. Your mind will resist at first. It will look for the easy pleasure it's been trained to expect, but that discomfort is proof the detox is working. The more your brain protests, the more it's revealing the depth of the habit. Commitment means setting boundaries, not just hoping you'll use your phone less, but deciding in advance what's allowed and what's not. If you make your rules clear and stick to them for 21 days, you'll start to feel a quiet strength returning, the strength of self-control. Self-control. Every dopamine detox begins with cutting off the main sources of overstimulation. Identify your biggest culprits. For some, it's social media. For others, it's video games, junk food, or constant streaming. Don't try to fight temptation while keeping it nearby. If your weakness is your phone, remove the apps or leave it in another room. If it's snacks, don't stock them. This isn't punishment, it's protection. You wouldn't expect a recovering smoker to keep cigarettes in their pocket just in case. You're building an environment where focus can thrive. By removing triggers, you reduce decision fatigue. You don't have to fight willpower every time. You've simply made it easier to make the right choice. Think of it as clearing the noise so you can finally hear yourself think. The less temptation you keep around, the more mental energy you'll have for real progress. One of the biggest hurdles in a dopamine detox is boredom. When you strip away constant stimulation, you suddenly find empty spaces in your day, moments when you're not being entertained or distracted. Most people rush to fill them. Don't. Boredom is not the enemy. It's a signal. It means your brain is recalibrating. When you allow boredom, your mind starts seeking deeper, more meaningful engagement. Ideas surface. Creativity flows. You begin noticing details in life you used to overlook. In our hyperstimulated culture, boredom is rare, but it's in boredom that the mind learns patience, and in patience that focus is born. During your 21 days, let yourself be still. Sit in silence. Go for a walk without your phone. Resist the urge to check something. Over time, you'll find that boredom transforms into peace, and peace becomes the foundation for great work. A successful detox isn't just about saying no. It's about giving your brain better things to say yes to. If you remove all stimulation without replacing it, you'll feel restless and frustrated. The goal is to replace empty dopamine hits with activities that build long-term satisfaction. Instead of scrolling, read a book. Instead of watching random videos, learn a skill. Instead of snacking out of habit, cook a healthy meal. You're not just breaking bad habits, you're building better ones. This rewires your brain to find pleasure in growth, effort, and mastery. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. The activities you used to avoid because they felt it too hard, studying, exercising, deep work, will start to feel rewarding again. This is your brain healing. This is you regaining control over what you value. The problem is when it's on autopilot. A dopamine detox teaches you to consume intentionally. If you choose to watch a movie, you do it mindfully, without checking your phone every few minutes. If you eat something you enjoy, you savor it instead of rushing through. Mindful consumption brings awareness back into your life. You begin to notice when you've had enough, when you're satisfied, when something isn't actually adding value. This awareness helps you avoid slipping back into old patterns after the 21 days are over. The key is to treat stimulation like a spice, something to enhance life, not dominate it. When you consume with purpose, you discover that even simple things, a conversation, a walk, a meal, can become deeply fulfilling. Overstimulation often wrecks sleep patterns. You stay up late chasing one more episode, one more scroll, one more click. A dopamine detox is the perfect time to reset. Good sleep is the foundation of mental clarity, focus, and discipline. During your detox, aim for consistent bedtimes, no screens an hour before sleep, and a morning routine that energizes you without needing instant stimulation. Without late-night dopamine hits, your brain gets the deep rest it needs. And you'll wake up with more energy, making it easier to stay disciplined. In the first week, you might feel withdrawals, restlessness, even irritability. But by the second and third weeks, your body will thank you. You'll notice sharper thinking, better mood, and a stronger ability to stay on task. This is the physical reset that supports the mental one. A 21-day detox is a journey, and like any journey, you'll see more progress if you track it. Journaling forces you to slow down and reflect. Write about your urges, your victories, your challenges. Record what you're learning about yourself. When you capture your thoughts, you create a mirror for your mind. You start to see patterns. What triggers you? What motivates you? What habits you fall into without thinking. This awareness is the real treasure of the detox. By the end of 21 days, your journal becomes proof of your growth. When temptation comes in the future, you can look back and remind yourself, I've done this before. When the 21 days are over, the goal isn't to go back to the exact same habits you had before. It's to reintroduce stimulation with control. That means choosing what you allow back in and in what amounts. Ask yourself, does this habit serve me or control me? If you bring back social media, set limits. If you watch entertainment, do it intentionally, not mindlessly. You've reset your brain. Now you must protect that clarity. Think of your detox as spring cleaning for your mind. You've thrown out the clutter. Now only bring back what adds value. This is how you make your results last for months, not just weeks. A dopamine detox isn't a one-time challenge. It's a skill you can use for life. Whenever you feel yourself slipping into overstimulation, you can run a mini reset, a weekend, a week, whatever's needed to get back on track. The more you practice, the quicker your brain recovers. Over time, you'll notice you crave distractions less and focus more easily. You'll enjoy deeper conversations, richer experiences, and greater productivity. The modern world won't stop throwing stimulation at you, but you'll have something most people don't control. You'll know how to step away, reset, and return sharper than before. And that, more than anything, is the real reward of mastering your mind. Here's a Jim Rohn style conclusion for your speech. Your brain is the command center of your life. Every decision, every habit, every result you produce begins there. If your brain is constantly chasing cheap, easy stimulation, it's like running a powerful machine on low-grade fuel. It might move for a while, but it will never reach its full potential. 21-day dopamine detox is not about deprivation. It's about freedom. Freedom from the invisible chains of distraction, from the restless urge to check, scroll, and consume without purpose. It's about regaining the ability to choose what deserves your attention, rather than letting your impulses decide for you. When you commit to this process, you'll feel resistance. Your old habits will whisper, "Oh, just one more time." But remember, every time you say no to what's easy, you say yes to what's meaningful. Every time you delay the quick hit, you invest in lasting satisfaction. And here's the truth. Once your brain resets, life becomes richer. The quiet moments no longer feel empty. The hard work no longer feels unbearable. You start to find joy in progress, in learning, in creating. The same life you had before suddenly feels brighter, not because the world changed, but because you did. So I challenge you. Give yourself these 21 days. Guard them fiercely. Live them intentionally. And when you come out the other side, don't just return to the old way. Step into the new one you built. Because when you control your mind, you control your life. And when you control your life, there is no limit to what you can achieve.